All right.
Because why the hell not? I feel like I'm due for it. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Yep. All that jazz.
That's why a lot of people do subathons in January now.
Yep. Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? Stop Vegeta saying, what is good to all my Super Saiyan homies? We're gonna just be grinding some more Xenoverse 2 levels. I got Dirty Saiyan here with me. We're gonna be chatting a little bit about some of the Legends updates we got, and all the good stuff, or I guess mid stuff, I don't really know what to call it, that we got in video and stuff, or reveal and stuff this morning. That was... How did you feel about that, Dirty? This whole, whatchamacallit, this whole no more video and stuff, it's all just reveal and stuff now. Do you think that that's like kind of a weird thing, or does that like make sense to you?
I mean, I think overall more people are just interested in hearing about like revealing stuff.
Yeah.
Like just from a basic perspective, I think they realized that the player base was like that more often than not, so they just decided to change it up.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say, honestly. Because did I just hear another human being? Am I hearing somebody else? No.
Not that I know of.
I thought I heard somebody else just pop into Discord. Maybe I'm hearing somebody in my own house. That might be what it is.
Well, I'm in my backyard, so maybe it was somebody like way off in the distance. That means my mic is really good on these headphones.
That's honestly very impressive. But whatchamacallit? Yeah,
my nearest neighbor is like 200 feet away.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, I think like what you were saying is very true. Like, because I think at the end of the day, it also in terms of analytics, I'm sure it helps a great deal, because just having to look for the one thing rather than trying to look for say like looking for reveals and stuff during major celebrations in the year, or versus a regular thing during a regular time of the year. Like, you may not be one of those people that like knows when is and isn't the big celebration times, so I definitely think it's a good choice. So
well, I think also the fact that they were doing it like with just maybe some tidbits of information, but not really like any actual character reveal sometimes. I think those videos specifically probably got a lot less interaction than the ones where they were revealing something major.
Oh, no doubt about it. Especially because
so they probably thought why not just do reveals every time so that they can get their engagement up, because they're getting ad revenue just like we would.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're looking at it from a business perspective. They have to.
Yeah, 100%. And they really got to look at it more so from that standpoint than like the rest of us do. Like, we can sit here and go, yeah, like you got to enjoy the content you create and and this and that, because at the end of the day we all do like other things and whatnot. It's not necessarily, even though we might want it to be
primary business.
But like for that
primary business, you have to, yeah.
Exactly. So they really gotta take an extra look at that kind of stuff. So it's definitely nice that they considered it. But hey, What are your thoughts on this new game mode? This and the 3 new Rising Rushes we got.
So I'm gonna be completely honest. The only thing I went over so far is just so I could get the video out was the Ultra Super Gogeta. I haven't watched the rest of that stuff yet.
Oh really? So you didn't see anything about it whatsoever?
I mean, not Ultra Super Gogeta. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Sorry.
Yeah. I the funny thing is I knew what you meant, but
So I stayed up really late last night, so I slept in today and I missed the reveals anyway. So
fair enough.
Okay, well, I'll look and see what unit's being revealed, and then anything else I'll just hold it off for later tonight when they're doing maintenance.
Yeah.
So it worked out well. I'll be checking that out. But then you said you were gonna hop on, so I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go with hop on with Stabby first.
Yeah, might as well. Whatchamacallit?
I'm not in a big rush.
That's fair, because the new mode, it's just glorified co-op. It really is just glorified co-op, and I think that to me is what's kind of like.
We all know how exciting co-op is to everybody. So I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with that then.
Hi T.
Funny.
T, you're contemplating how good the new Batman movie was. I am going to see it on Sunday. Me and my dad are going to see it Sunday. So.
I just saw it as well on Saturday night, so it is fantastic. I gave it 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I can respect that.
I don't know if I can't decide yet. I'll probably have to see it a couple more times if I like this one more than The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. All right. Interesting to know. It's funny, of the Dark Knight trilogy, the Nolanverse stuff, I actually disliked Dark Knight Rises the most. I just was not a fan of how they did Bane. But I don't know.
I get you on that, but I think aside from that, the way they did Bane, I liked everything that they did. The way they shot the movie, the music score, everything about it was really good.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Frickin' Hans Zimmerman always went off for those movies' soundtracks, and Dark Knight Rises soundtrack was off the charts. That is 100% fair.
And I really like the fact that they took it dark, because I think you said you were different. You like the little bit more campy and stuff like that, but I like the gothic feel of Batman from like the Frank Miller years in the comics and stuff.
Sure.
Like that, because that's what I grew up on. So it's what I'm used to and what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So anytime they decide to go with that darker mood, I'm always for it.
I think for me, a big part of it was I really, really grew up on the animated series, and I guess 60s Batman was kind of like every now and again it was like stuff that my dad would have on like TV Land on the weekends,
I remember that shit. My parents did the same thing with me. Yeah, exactly.
So, are we a fan of the animated Batman movies? A couple of them. I really like Under the Red Hood. The Under the Red Hood one, they did a great job. And then
they're coming out with another one, aren't they?
Oh, really?
They're doing a Killing Joke type of.
They did Killing Joke. They did Killing Joke. The Killing Joke one was kind of weird. It was nice because they had Kevin Conroy and they had Mark Hamill, but it just I don't know. It was kind of bizarre. There was something about it, like Mark Hamill did a musical number at one point. It was like and like
No.
and like even as someone who's a fan of kind of the campiness, it was kind of like you know.
Yeah.
But
No,
I saw that they had like a Gotham by
very
Gaslight.
good animated.
Yep. Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
Hand over foot better than any Marvel animated series. Ever.
Oh, absolutely.
All of them. All their movies, I look forward to watching them. And that's sad. That's the only thing I'm really excited about for a lot of the superhero type movies anymore is like,
Yeah.
because they've done so many bad things so far.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want them to ruin my comic experience.
You know,
Like,
it's
'cause that's my background.
yeah, I get you. You know, it's funny. For me, my major comic growing up was Spider-Man, and I didn't even read the Amazing comics as much growing up. I was really involved in the Ultimate Universe growing up. That was just what I bought at the comic book store. You know, I would take my bike down and everything like that. And so like I actually have like Death of Spider-Man and like when Miles originally showed up for the first time and whatnot. Like I have like first copies of those and whatnot, those are my pride and joys of my comic collection. But outside of Spider-Man, I'm a casual comic book fan. I was literally, you know, the things that my dad was willing to give me because he didn't think I was gonna ruin them and ruin their value, you know.
True.
So
yeah, I was a complete and total comic book nerd. I followed Wolverine, I followed the X-Men, I followed Spider-Man, Punisher, a little bit of Batman and Superman, but it was mostly Marvel. I always just enjoyed their heroes a little bit more than DC side.
The other one I was actually really big on growing up from the DC side was Hoodabadinkus was Teen Titans. I used to read a ton of Teen Titans, like with Wonder Girl and Superboy and everything. Like not just the stuff that you saw on Cartoon Network. I was actually a fan of that stuff, like Judith Contract, like absolutely phenomenal. When Nightwing was a part of them, you know, following up off of Young Justice and everything. So.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the Teen Titans show. That was something I watched with my kids. So, like, for me, it has, like, even more value, just kind of like a nostalgia type thing. Yeah. But, yeah, the show itself was very good. It was very good.
Yeah, they really did a great job. That was definitely a huge part of my childhood growing up. Because even though it was just the five of them, they just did such a good job of, like, it was serious enough as its own show. It was goofy enough to be a kid's show, and yet was different enough from the comics to have its own uniqueness. So I don't know. I always loved it growing up.
Yeah, and I get the Teen Titans Go is supposed to be different for littler kids and audiences, but like, man, it's so trash compared to the original.
Yeah. It's too much because I think what's the most tragic thing about it is, right, A, it's just silly, and B, it's the same people, and that's the worst part, is it's like they made something so great and then they just went like that was it. Yeah, you know,
exactly. Like look, I get it, if you want to have like some kids laughs and stuff, that's cool, you make a kids cartoon, but like these are characters that are established, not kids.
Right, like this is like, you know, and at the end of the day, yes, they are, you know, the Teen Titans, they're the younger ones and everything like that, but their whole point is, you know, they're supposed to be relatable to that teen generation, that not quite adult, not quite kids, you know.
They're trying to be heroes.
Right, like, yeah.
They're in that state, the early stages.
They're trying to reach that audience of like, they may be a little too old to you know, still think it's cool, but aren't at that age where they enjoy it just because it's like nostalgic, or they're just old enough to like whatever it is that they like. So you know, it's die Frieza. Thank you, Frieza. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Dude, I haven't played Xenoverse in years.
You know, it's funny. When I hopped into this, I was like, oh yeah, I got a pretty good knowledge of Xenoverse and blah, 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 blah. And then like with every stream, like somebody has shown up and been like, you know, you can do this, right? And I'm like, no, I didn't know you could do that. So,
Who would've thought?
Game's 6 years old, and I'm still learning shit. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that's a testament to how good a game it is. I think it's just a testament to how bad a player I am at the end of the day.
Nah, probably not. Like, well, I don't know. I like because whenever
where did you come from, sir?
Game,
Whenever you get a new game, yeah.
Oh no, I was just watching the gameplay.
Oh, I gotcha.
Whenever you stopped it, I was like, wait, what?
All right. Let's see.
No, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh no, yeah. Whenever I get a new game, so I'll like, I bought it specifically because I want to enjoy the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
So like, especially if it's like an RPG or something like that, I will do every single side quest. I will do everything in the game and know everything about the game by the end of by the time I beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I mean, I'm just very determined like that.
That's fair. I don't tend to be an 100%er. I tend to be. You're right. I tend to try and enjoy the game as much as I can, but like fetch quests and side quests, they don't do it for me. You know, I'm just like this feels like I'm just adding time to the game. You know, I'm just playing just to play. You know, I'm not actually playing to enjoy myself. It's just like, all right, I'm just logging time into the game to log time into the game. Like if a game is only 15 hours of playtime, but I really enjoyed those 15 hours, that's fine. You know, like I have no issues with that. I think a lot of people like are always like, oh no, give me something that's like 100, 300 hours of gameplay. Like you can enjoy a game that's like, 20, 30 hours and still enjoy it. So.
Well, I'll give you an example. Like when we bought Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I played that game until I had gotten everything up until the DLC. Like they hadn't released the DLC yet.
Yeah.
But it took me 3 weeks.
Oh jeez.
Like, but that's all I did. Like I didn't play any other mobile games or anything like that. This was 2018, I think. Yeah. So, dude, like that whole Christmas break, I was just playing the game. Like it was fucking crazy.
I had picked it up whatchamacallit over the when like everything first shut down with COVID, and that was just it was perfect because it was like I had only had my Switch maybe like 6 months at that point, and I just picked it up because I was just like, you know what, like it's on my list anyway, I got time now, like might as well. And I think you're right. Yeah, it was like probably about like 3-4 weeks straight. Like I just sat there doing that. But the funny thing was, it was like half the time I wasn't even doing anything like important to the story or quests or whatnot. Like I was legitimately just like dicking around, like riding on my horse, doing whatever bullshit, like killing whatever bokoblins I could find. Like
me and my sons were coming up with like different glitches and stuff like that.
That
we could find online and try to do them. Dude, some of those were so ridiculous, where you get infinite bomb arrows.
It's so fun, one of the glitches you find.
There's a little platform with some bokoblins, like shooting bomb arrows, right?
Yep.
One of them has bomb arrows, the other one has fire arrows, I think.
Okay.
So if you just run around in a circle, and they'll just shoot them in, like when it's raining.
Oh yeah.
And they'll just shoot it into the grass, and you just run around and pick them up, and they have infinite arrows.
Yep. And then if you set up a
we would do that.
If you set up a campfire, you can just whatchamacallit, you can keep setting up the rain and whatnot. Yep, I've done that before. That's hella fun. Or
I would do that, or doing the Korok seeds, like finding all of the little Koroks. There's like 900 of them, dude.
Yep.
Like. So the first day when I got the game was I found out about that, like, by the NPC, and I was like, oh shit, how many of these are there? Went online, there's 900. I was like, what the fuck? So I just started mapping like every area I was in. I would map which ones I didn't have, and I had like a little piece of paper with an actual map that I printed out.
Oh damn!
And I just crossed off all the ones as I got them.
That's wild. That's next level. Because there was a point where like I was marking. Oh, absolutely. There was a point where I was marking sort of the ones I kind of already had, So wow, that sounded awful. But the ones that I had already gotten, I was kind of like marking them down on the map. So this way, I was like, all right, I feel like there's probably less around over here and whatnot. But I think I got to about, I want to say 400 or 500 of them, and I was just like, I can't anymore. I was like, I'm done. It's just like, it's too much. But like the thing with them was they didn't feel too much of a chore because I liked the puzzles a lot of the time for them. Some of them were dumb, but like a lot of the time they were fun little things. So.
I mean, sometimes it was literally just a rock like that you wouldn't expect, and you just pick it up, and there it is.
Yep.
It's just like a little tiny ass pebble. You're like, oh shit, there's a Korok here. So yeah, anytime I saw like any kind of movable rocks or something, I'd pick them up. But like, but being able to like not go out of my way for the Koroks, they were just in the area that I happened to be in, like doing other stuff, like throughout the game. That made it like 10 times faster. Because if I would have just done them all like in a row, it would have taken forever.
Exactly. Yeah, it was one of those things of like, as I kind of stumbled on a lot of them, just kind of wandering about, like, because a lot of the times, like I remember a lot of the ones that were based on oh geez, what the hell are they called? They're these statues in Japan, but the you know, the statues where it was like if you left an apple, like a Korok would appear and stuff like that. Like those are based on real statues over in Japan. I just can't think of what they're called.
The blessing statue.
Yep.
Is the All Mother or whatever? Like, oh no, the Hylian goddess. That's what it is.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the game, obviously. Not
No. I knew what you meant. Don't worry. But yeah. Like those, like anytime I would like stumble upon those, I'd be like, oh, okay, like, you know, there's got to be something around here, you know, somewhere and whatnot. What else was?
Korok up ears. Yeah.
Yep. Or what else was there that those little like those silver blocks, like if I ever saw one of those, I was like, oh, got to be something around here. But with them like kind of like taking out
puzzle together.
Yep. With them kind of like taking out like the dungeon puzzles, they were a nice little substitution for like smaller puzzles. But I almost enjoyed them a little more because it was like it wasn't necessarily as frustrating as a dungeon puzzle.
Yeah, and some of them, there wasn't a whole lot of them, but some of them were very unique. Like you had to do some weird shit you wouldn't normally do.
Yep. Yeah. They were definitely a fun little experience. And I'm curious for this new one when we finally get some details, because I really want to see like there's a lot of talk of whether or not we'll get to see like sky dungeons versus like land dungeon or underground dungeons. Now that we're getting those two new environments,
100% there's a sky dungeon.
Yep.
It's just like, it's not even a question.
I mean, especially considering all the lore they like reshoved down our throat with Skyward Sword HD, like. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was really hoping they would do, something where they would bring it full circle.
Yep.
And have Skyward Sword be relevant to this new game. Dude, I've been waiting for that for a while now.
Well, especially because because Fee makes like that small cameo in the Breath of the Wild cutscene when the Master Sword starts blinking and quote unquote talks to Zelda.
Yes.
So it's like, or Fire, whatever the hell you want to call her, you know.
AI looking bitch. Yeah.
Fucking that's my favorite thing, is just like nobody knows what to freaking call her. It's just like Fi, like all the YouTubers. It's so funny because I think other than Legends, those are probably the most content creators I watch. Like I definitely watch a lot of Zelda content creators.
Yeah, but I'm hoping it's in. There's a specific part of the map at the upper, like the north. What is it? The north east part of the map. There's like the map kind of drops off a cliff, and you can kind of walk down there, and you can see across this chasm. It's kind of got like a bridge, but you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You just get blocked. You just get blocked. But like,
yeah, it'd be nice to see over there. I'm curious to see. I really am curious to see like how far they're gonna let us go with this whole sky jumping mechanic and whatnot. Like this whole
oh, that looks so sick.
That like green so like cool. Water drop or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah, everything looks really amazing.
Yeah,
I can't wait to play.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been working on this game since before they released Breath of the Wild,
which is
so,
nuts. Just nuts.
Like, imagine the amount of effort. Effort has gone into this game. It's so epic.
It's gonna be nice once it actually comes full circle and we actually get it to finally come out, because it's like it really does feel like with Breath of the Wild, I think the one thing that killed me was like it truly felt like it wasn't done. Like it like the story was clearly not over when you finished the game, you know. And I think that that's very weird for a Zelda game to not like get that true feeling of like, yeah, no, like things are okay. Like to get that little message at the end of like, oh yeah, something's wrong with Varuda. Like, you know, something's not quite right. Like we didn't quite fix everything. Like to have that little level of unease at the end, it's just like, we've waited so long. Like, please just give us something, you know?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, the length of time between these games is pretty long.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, that's typical for any Zelda title. Like they've
Yeah.
been doing that since the beginning.
Yeah, and I think it just, the only reason it sucks so much here is because it's like they are connected to one another. Because the last time that they truly connected two games was Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. So
Ocarina.
It's been a while. So. And those were pretty close together, I'm fairly certain, because I think it was originally Majora's Mask was supposed to be DLC, so their releases weren't too far apart.
Yeah, they were only a couple years, but I mean, again, a couple years, so.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You get games like Call of Duty coming out with one like every 2 years.
Yeah. Yep. Although it certainly feels like it's been, because it's been 5 years now. Now that we're in 2022, right? 4.5.
Yeah.
Been a while.
About that, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Oof. Yeah, but I was hoping they were gonna like time the release of it with a new Switch that's like updated with better everything.
You know,
not even a Switch, but an actual new console that's Switch 2 or whatever.
Yep. It wouldn't be surprising if they did, because they seem to try to do a Zelda release when they do a new one, so that this way they can put it on the previous console and the new one. Like you can get Twilight Princess on GameCube and Wii and whatnot. So you can you could have got Breath of the Wild on Wii U. So they certainly like to play their cards well, which I guess PlayStation took a number, because I think they did it. They did it for the new Spider-Man, and then did they do it for the new Horizon? Maybe, I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I would say they more. I mean, that's one of the flagship games, but I don't think it's as focused as like the Spider-Man. No, the Spider-Man audience is much bigger.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because the worst part with Horizon is they have gotten fucked with their releases. Like they just picked the worst times to release 2 times in a row. Because the first time they released, and then a month later Breath of the Wild came out, and now this time they released and Elden Ring came out a month later. Like, so they kind of shot themselves in the foot. Like they overshadowed themselves. Or I don't even think it was a month for Elden Ring. I think it was like maybe a week. Elden Ring came out.
Yeah, they didn't have much time at all.
So, like at least with Breath of the Wild, they had like a month of like, whoa, this game is awesome, and then Breath of the Wild dropped and everybody was like, oh, bye. So, which, I mean, look, the two of them are easily 1 and 2 for me. Like I have logged so many hours into Horizon and Breath of the Wild respectively, and I played Horizon first. But it's just like, it's night and day, because I went back to play Horizon once they ported it to PC, and the lack of physics, the lack of climbing and everything, it's like, how did these come out in the same year, you know?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is. So I'm really jonesing to play the new one, because I want to see if, like, you know, maybe they went, hey, this kind of worked, and why we lost Game of the Year, let's try and incorporate it to our stuff, or at least, you know, evolve it to some degree. So I'm hoping they learned. I've tried to remain pretty spoiler free, so I don't know what they did or didn't do.
Oh, I was meaning to ask you. Do you run God Key?
No, I don't.
At all?
The funny thing is, I don't run either, but I have been really enjoying Jiren on Powerful Opponent, and by Powerful Opponent, I mean LOE. And so I keep second guessing if I'm actually going to skip or not, but I do think I'm trying to be a bit more fiscally responsible. Like, I am trying to move in the next couple of months, so like I think it would probably be in my best interest to skip. So, are you planning on going in for this, or are you staying away as a GT Fusion type of guy?
So actually, it's funny because my original two teams that I mained was Fusions and God Key.
Oh yeah.
So I do have a pretty decent God Key setup. My only issue is that the way God Key is now, they still need a revival unit, and they need some kind of Dragon Ball or sub-count reduction, something along those lines.
Yep.
To be really meta relevant. They're missing that one, those couple pieces, and then they will be top of the meta again. But this guy isn't going to do it. He's a damage dealer. We already have damage dealers on God Key.
Yep.
So we need those other aspects to be filled before the team can be considered a cohesive unit, really.
And I know there's a lot of people sitting here going, well, this is probably meaning that MUI is going to show up for 4th anniversary and blah, 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 and he's going to be essential when MUI comes out. But it's like, that's still like 6 months away, Like, I can't summon now in the hopes that in 6 months that this guy's going to show up and save the tag, Like, I just can't bring myself to pull the trigger.
So I just put out the video about this at 7.
Oh yeah?
It's funny because I do think we are going to get MUI either as an Ultra unit or a Legends Limited unit, or both. Maybe, who knows, fucking Legends.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't put it past them.
Exactly.
The first summonable Ultra LF.
Brand new typing.
Like, oh my god.
Ultra Limited, Legends Limited. So I think he's going to be either one of those or both, and I hope he's red, because there's no red on Universal Survival Saga, and there's no really good red right now for God Key either.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
If he's a revive unit, he revives into Goku. Perfect. It's everything I could ask for.
I think I tweeted it out earlier. I think the most disappointing thing for me with this Ultra SSB KK that we're going to get is that he's not turning Ultra Instinct. It's like, why do I want an Ultra of when he got his ass beat, And if they are going to do a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, why isn't it from the Universe 6 tournament when he first aired it against Hit? Like, this just feels like a weird choice, It just feels like a weird way for them to buff Universal Survival, especially when they already have two fairly solid yellows,
Well, Universal Survival Saga has Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta.
Yep.
So he would be replacing him there, but it depends on how his stats run, because if he's more blast based, which
he is,
saw with Jiren, he's a blast.
Oh, that's true.
He's got way more strike attack. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
So if they do it like that, if they do something weird like that, it's gonna affect who's going to be replaced.
Yeah.
But if he's blast based more, he's gonna replace Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. If not, the only other option on Universal Survival Saga, really, if you want to have good Z abilities, is gonna be the MVP Android 17.
Yep. And he is very slept on. He's got a lot of stuff. Yep. Yeah, especially because of Legends Festival, a lot of people got him up towards those really high star counts now. So he is solid. Like, he's got that strike cover, he's got that lock in on both his green and his blue. Like, he is really good. And just because people have him at that star level, it's like yellow just feels like a weird choice. And unless this is truly like their way of saying, hey, MUI is coming, no doubt about it. It feels just like a weird choice.
I do agree. I think this yellow was a weird choice. Honestly, if MUI comes and he's not red, this unit should have been red.
Yep. How you going? How's it going, Antoine the Goat Gregory? Oh my goodness, that is a lot to read. How you doing? I'm just saying Gregory. That's what I'm going with.
Hey, Bats in the house.
Oh, hey,
Gregory.
Is that you? Hey, what's up, Bats? How you doing, bud? Bats?
Did we lose him?
Oh,
No, I'm here.
How you doing,
I
bud?
was watching. Pretty good. I was watching your stream.
Oh, thanks, bud. Has the
What are we talking about? Just what are we talking about?
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
you know that silly little ultra we just got?
Yeah, I'm not gonna summon for him. So.
Not just complete skip for you. Fair enough.
All the previous stuff that I've already said. On top of that, we all saw how really fast they turned around and re-released Ultra Super Gogeta after his banner went away.
Yep.
I'm thinking they're going to do the same thing this time, only now it's going to be right around maybe the end of the anniversary or something like that. They're going to re-release his banner.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
For Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. So I'm not worried about summoning for him right now because he's not really helping God Key right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just another yellow. They're still not going to be meta relevant.
And I don't even think it was that long when they actually brought it because I feel like as far as the anniversary is from right now, like he could come back even sooner, you know? Like I could see him coming back like around when Superhero releases, you know? So actually that's a lot closer than it actually sounds, but
I mean that's April.
Yeah, that's the end of next month, so
April 22nd, isn't it?
Yep.
What?
Almost 420.
We're almost there. All right.
What's on April 22nd?
I'm just hyped to see the movie.
That's when Superhero comes out.
Superhero movie.
Yep. I'm hoping they give us a Western release same day. I'd be shocked if they didn't, but we'll see.
I don't think they will. They haven't done it typically.
I thought Broly came out same day here as it did over in Japan. I might be wrong.
I don't remember.
I could very well be wrong. I definitely don't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember the spoilers being all that crazy when Broly came out. So I thought they did a good job of putting them fairly close together, but I also wasn't nearly as involved when Broly came out, you know.
Yeah.
So, like now I'm actively looking at spoilers and stuff like that. Back then I wasn't looking. How you doing, Jasad? Hey, Roots, what's up?
Oh no, it's Roots. Run.
Roots.
Roots is a bitch.
How's everybody doing tonight? Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity.
I'm gonna
That's
hang
right.
from the sky pillar.
Sky pillar? What are we talking? What are we talking? Pillars? Like the pillars in Demon Slayers?
Oh no, we're just talking about sky pillars.
What is a sky pillar? I feel like that sounds like it's something that I should know, but I don't for some reason.
You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling like Vara right now.
Sky pillar. That's what
people bring up.
That's what I nicknamed my penis.
Oh boy, I love Vara so much. It's just it's so wild to me the things that he does know versus the things that he doesn't know. It is so baffling. Like
the thing about it. What the hell's an air fryer? Now he has one. So he's been trying all this shit. Why didn't you guys tell me to get one sooner?
I mean, good for him. Like, I'm glad that he's finally got it. But still.
What's funny is my son is about the same age as Vara, my
Yep.
oldest.
Yep.
And he was begging us to get an air fryer like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah. he was ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I guess so. He's always up on memes and shit too, though.
My roommate, whatchamacallit, he's like, he does a lot of French cooking and stuff like that. Like, he was trained as a French chef in high school and everything. And so when air fryers first became a thing, he was like, no, like, screw this, they're stupid, like, blah 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 blah. You know, that like typical old head elitist mentality, yeah, of like, I don't want to touch it. And then like he got one himself and he was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever purchased. I'm so sorry I ever slandered them. Like,
exactly.
No.
Yeah, we have a convection oven that doubles as an air fryer.
Yep, definitely doing some Dragon Ball grinding. You already know, Desaad. And yeah, oh my goodness, Roots, you're absolutely right. Him being ranged in yellow is it's stupid. It straight up makes no sense. We've been talking about it now.
Roots is just mad because he went like 10 million fucking CCs deep for Super Saiyan Blue Evolution.
I mean, he's got the 14 star to prove it. So
yeah, but now he's been replaced. So
that's true. It's true. Yeah, it's super weird that they like. I feel like they keep doing this. I feel like they keep releasing LFs just to replace them, like, and then give them a platinum equip to bring them back. It feels like a weird cycle.
It's a great business model, is what it is.
I suppose so. Yeah.
People see ultras and they summon.
Yep.
Same thing with LFs.
And it was funny. I think Garesh's video today was someone was using one of the units. He gave the new God Key plat equip, and he was like saying, he's like, why is Kaioken Goku on it? And I was like, oh, clearly he recorded this before reveals and stuff. Like,
that's weird.
Yeah.
At least Gogeta Blue, once he gets his plat equipped, he'll have 3 plat equipped.
Still holding out hope for him to have his own unique plat equip.
Well, the data mine should be dropping any minute now, right?
You would have thought they would have announced it during
within the next hour or two, maybe.
They should be
the next hour or two, I would say.
They should be pretty soon. So I mean, we'll probably see if we, because they don't usually announce equips. So,
but I don't know either, because sometimes it takes data mines forever because they upload all the like new content first, and then they upload like the actual like PNGs and shit later.
And this is the major maintenance of the year, so this might be a
whole new thing.
Yeah, this might be a long end. So, not might be. I mean,
a whole new version. I just pray they don't go over the maintenance time like they have in the past. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the funny thing is,
10 hours is a long time.
They made the comment of they still needed a couple of days to release the new mode. And so I wonder if that'll mean they won't like take forever to do it, you know? Them taking the extra couple days to put out the new mode but still release the major update. Hopefully it'll make things, you know, not take forever. So
yeah, well, hopefully they're actually playtesting shit before they release it.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. I'll take it. If they're gonna take 3 more days to make sure shit works right.
Yep.
I'm all good.
Yeah. I mean, however long they end up choosing to take, unless they legitimately just end up going surprise and then drop that shit tomorrow. Like, I'm just glad that they went, hey, we need a little more time. Like, it's nice that they actually gave us some footage of it and said, this is what we're trying to give you. Just give us a couple of days. Like,
I'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be.
Back, I guess.
Places B. Truth be told, Desad, I'm really just kind of trying to grind because this character is not even at level 99 right now, and I am genuine garbage when it comes to PvP. So I am gonna puss out right now. I'm definitely just trying to chat about Legends and grind a little bit. But I will certainly take you up on that in the future. I will certainly take you up on a match in the future. Because I have been saying we're gonna do a whatchamacallit, a viewer battle in the near future.
Viewer battles.
So I think what I'm gonna have to do is take like a day and like seriously grind off camera. Because when I'm grinding on camera, I'm looking at chat, I'm talking to people, you know, like I tend to get like maybe a level in. So I got to take like a day off camera, and then like Saturday I'll actually do some viewer battles and get my ass beat. So
yeah, that's what would happen if I did viewer battles. I get my ass beat. Guaranteed.
Well, because like especially for this, like I said to you, like I am by no means like a good Xenoverse player. Like, like, and I think Legends would end up.
Yeah, I meant in terms of like Legends.
Yeah, but I was definitely saying for this, I've been meaning to do viewer battles. Yeah, I've been meaning to do viewer battles for a little bit. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, for Legends, oh my goodness.
I
Never.
just know too many. I know too many good players in Legends, man.
Yep.
Goku's good. Fucking Vara's good. Bats is pretty good. Fucking.
I straight up told.
Azteek's amazing.
Yep. I straight up told Vara. I was like, when we did our little Broly collab and we were talking about Broly, I straight up told him, I was like, good luck once you get to level 80. Thank you. I'm just gonna grind Dragon Balls and get TP medals. That's honestly my plan. But I do appreciate that, Desad. Am I stupid? It says decade, and I've been saying Desad this whole time. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Bro.
Oh my god. This is my kids kill me with this shit at work all the time. This is why I second guess myself at work. Because like they show me like all these random ass problems, and like now that every math book is like just stupid with Common Core and whatnot, and just like has the most elaborate vocabulary, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I hope I'm right. Like, yes, Jehudi, you can make fun of me. Jehudi, you're in chat, but you're not gonna hop in Discord.
Jehudi, that's what I'm saying. Jehudi can't make fun of anybody because he's not in VC, so he needs to like just know his role and stay in his lane in the chat.
Everyone gets it wrong. It's just hilarious. Yeah, you know, the funny thing is I'm so used to like looking and being like, yo, like what's this like fancy name? What's this crazy ass name? And blah 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 blah. Especially because like I work with so many kids of color and whatnot. So like I'm so used to seeing all these crazy spellings and whatnot, unique spellings and everything. And so I'm always trying to like say people's names right, and I always end up screwing them up. I am the worst. Like, just absolutely horrible at reading names.
Have you seen the substitute teacher skit for Key and Peele?
Yes. Yep. I'm pretty much that. I'm pretty much that. Like half the time. Because like 9 times out of 10, like I whatchamacallit, I get like, I'll get somebody with like a name that like I genuinely would normally know, but it's got like some unique spelling to it and whatnot. Like everybody's got to have some unique spelling to their name now, you know? Like I had a kid literally named I had a kid literally named like his name was spelled Nissan, like the car company, but his name was Nason, like Mason but with an I or with an N. And it was just like one of those things. Like when I first saw it, I was like, Nissan. Like I was just like, I was like, am I calling the right person?
Or do I have a car company as a student now?
It was annoying on release, but they made the level up. They made the level. Yeah, Tosak is amazing. Tosak is definitely amazing. He makes life so much better. You just spam the expert missions. Oh, I'm not fighting the time patrollers. I thought I finished. I only beat Frieza. I was still in the middle of a quest. Oh well. But yes, Shahudi, you're the Aaron, Jay Quellen, all the time. All of my kids. I always end up screwing it up. I always feel so bad too, because it's like last names I don't feel bad about screwing up. People's last names are hard, you know? Like I don't feel bad about screwing that up. But like people's first names at this point, like nobody's got a common name anymore. Everybody's name is so different and unique, but I just feel so bad because it's like that's your identity. Like that's who you are. Like, you know? I don't know. At least I'm not screwing up people's ID at the bar. Good lord. That is something I could never do. I could never be a bartender. I couldn't deal with people who are too drunk. I barely like dealing with my own friends and family who are too drunk.
Yeah, hell no.
Some parents, oh, absolutely. Some parents 100% do it on purpose. What'd you just send, Roots? Is this a kit? Did we get... Oh, it's just the Ultra Preview? Did we learn anything from this? What does it say? You ever seen the Starbucks meme? Mark with a C? You remember being in class with 5 people with the same name? Dude, I wish. I wish it was still that way. Like, I remember being, like... Because my actual name is Steve. And so I remember being, like, Steve P. And then, like, there was, like, Steve G. There was Steve S. Like, there were, like, 3 or 4 Steves in my class. Like, you know? Nowadays, no. I don't even have 2 Matthews. Like... I don't think I have a single, like, double name in any of my... programs the last few years.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was like 4th or 5th grade, we had like 4 Williams in our class.
Yeah, like Will, John, Steve, like there were always a ton of us.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, nope. Nothing new. Just the animations. Okay. That's what's so confusing to me is like, why did they just reuse animations for them? And also, did he ever use instant transmission against Jiren? I don't think he did. Called everyone by their last name at school? Yeah?
That's weird, Jehudi. That's weird.
No, you know, it's funny. I feel like I somewhat get where he's coming from, like being from NY, but like that was like a camp thing for me. That was like when I went to summer camp, like people like gave you a nickname for like your last name, like they like shortened your last name and stuff like that. So like I definitely
we didn't call each other by last names until I got in the military.
Oh yeah? I didn't even know you were in the military.
Yeah, I did 9 years plus in the Navy.
Well, damn. Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have family who are customs and whatnot. My dad works for the FDA, but nobody in my family is military.
Oh dang.
But my grandpa was a custom agent. His big favorite.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, it's my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. His big thing was he always likes to talk about he busted the Beatles at customs. He took coke from the Beatles. So
funny.
Yep. Oh.
No, yeah, my grandfather was also in the Navy, and so was my great grandfather on
Oh, word.
grandma's side. So yeah, I came up learning and hearing about all these Navy stories when I was a kid, and there were a lot.
Can you focus on the guy who's punching me, please? Sorry, I was talking to the game. I didn't mean to.
The stories were made PG. Oh yeah, and I forgot my great uncle as well. My grandma's brother was a warrant officer for. He was a gunner's mate.
Oh, word.
That dude, he's the saltiest motherfucker. He's got tats, he's got sleeves and stuff. Like, dude, but he's like an old salt, man. Like,
yeah. I
don't know. Every other word out of his mouth is a swear word.
Yeah, I definitely know that type of salt. Fucking my
coffee all day and smokes.
My great uncle on my dad's side was a paratrooper on D-Day, and so like he was truly that, like, just that crazy old, you know, that crazy old fashioned type of salt, like that just true generic grit and grunt of
I think people who have seen too much just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Do whatever I want.
I'm trying to put it as politely and non-cancelably as possible, you know.
Right. Yeah. They're done. They've seen enough in their life, I guess. At that point, they're just done like being nice about things to just say whatever they feel. She's just like, yeah. If I can deal with people dropping bombs on my head, you know, I think you're good. You can handle some mean words.
Yeah. Roots, you've never met anybody with the same name as you? Really? Interesting. Disney works for Jehudi.
I mean, it would be hard to find somebody with the same name as Femboy Twink. I mean, that's just kind of hard.
I used to wait. What is this, Jehudi? I used to work at Disney. I tried to kick out Susan Lucci from Disney. That's bad funny. That's bad funny, Jehudi. Have I done the DLC story missions? Yeah, I'm also very confused as to why I haven't gotten a single Dragon Ball this entire stream. But yeah, I did do the. Oh, actually, I haven't done it with Breez, so maybe that's not a bad idea. I could do that. I could always do the DLC with Breez. I've done the DLC in my free time. Like I did it when DLC 13 came out. Oh yeah, true. You're right. Yeah, that's a good way to get some TP. You're right. Decade coming in with the clutch over here. Some good points. Yeah, that may not be a bad idea. Did I seriously not get a single Dragon Ball this entire stream? You know why I didn't get an entire Dragon Ball this entire stream? Because I got the last.
In front of MDCs all the time.
No, because I got the last one, and I had all 7. I've literally.
Now you need to summon.
I've literally been sitting on all 7. So that'll do it.
Funny.
When did I get the last one? Did I get one as like a login reward? I feel like that has to be what happened. You just made a new character for free Dragon Balls? Wait, is that a thing? You can just make a new character and get new Dragon Balls? I'm so mad at myself. I feel so stupid. This has been one of those days. This has been one of those freaking days. You know what it is? My field trainer showed up today, so I was like in overdrive at work, and so I think I just used all my brain cells at work.
Please be like that.
So it's always when your boss shows up. Or like that next stage of boss. Oh no! Don't grant this wish. Oh, actually, that was the wish I wanted. So yeah, do grant that wish. Yep, let's do it. All right, Tosak. Let's talk, buddy. Make me strong. Make Breezy Boy strong. Oi. Now this is the quality content you won't see anywhere else. Where else will you see? Where else will you see the content creator have all of what they already needed the entire time?
Fresh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Instant summon.
Instant 14-star everything. Him and
all Zenkai's maxed.
him and Vara now. Vara's got the ad revenue now to back it up.
I know, right?
Good for him. I'm definitely proud of him. Good job.
Always good to see the homies win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny. I always like to look at, you know, what people who are doing that kind of stuff, what they're doing and what's working for them. Because, you know, we've got things like TubeBuddy and vidIQ and everything, and be like, all right, word, like, you know, how are you guys coming about this success and everything? Like, what's working for you guys? So I feel like it's always a nice little thing too for other content creators as well, to be able to kind of learn from their successes as well. So
true, very true.
All right, Vara's gonna 14-star him tomorrow. I'm sure he is.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Could have bought expensive clothing and sold it for with TP. Oh, sold it for TP. Yeah, you're not wrong, but still. You hate him for being able to 14-star day one.
Yeah, I do too.
I would certainly like to be on that level at some point. But honestly, I don't think I don't necessarily think I would, because like I've always kind of said that like I always wanted to do like general Dragon Ball and anime content. Like I didn't want to just make Legends content, you know? And so I don't know, maybe it would be
roped into doing that if you spend a lot of money.
Yeah, yep, yeah. And that's another thing too, is like I sometimes feel guilty. Yeah, right. Yep. I get that buyer's remorse like crazy. So it's definitely.
I mean, I've definitely had a few summoning sessions where I did have that buyer's remorse. There's
Why-
no doubt about that.
Why didn't I just get TP from Shenron? Because I can still level up with Zenny until 84. Once I get to 84, I gotta start using TP. So that's why I did Zenny. I don't think you can do it with oh my Jesus. Relax, Cloud. Yeah, I don't think you can do it with TP before then. I'm just worried about leveling up right now. So yeah, like farming Dragon Balls is not hard. Like I'm just dumb and didn't realize I had all of them. Like realistically, I feel like I could have farmed them all again by now. Like, I guarantee I get one on this one. Not a doubt in my mind. Taste oh, come back here. Taste my Death Slash. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come here. Wow. Who are you fighting? Which one are you fighting? There's only two of them? Okay. Did I kill one? I didn't think I did. Didn't think I already killed somebody. I asked you to move, game, not to stand break, but alright, whatever you really need to do. There was a third one. Where did you... Oh, okay. This has been weird. This has been a weird one. This has been a weird one. Come here. Come here. Come here. Wow. Come here. Die. Hi, T. Welcome back, bud. Decade, Desaad. Hold on. I gotta what happened? What did I do? Why didn't I do mutually hating Vara greater than?
Than anything else.
You're the one to increase the... What build am I going for? I'm going for a more... going for a bit more of a kind of a blast build, I would suppose. The build I'm really going for is I'm going to be just running Death Beam, Emperor's Death Beam, and Death Slash right now. And then I just got Meteor Crash for any type of melee stuff that I'm trying to do. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of going for a pretty simple Ki Blast Frieza Race build. And then I'm going to be doing Golden. Not going to be doing Potential Unleashed. Father Roots. Oh my goodness. I'm really having trouble reading because I went to read whatever it was that T just wrote, and I read like just random jumbled up letters. It just looked like, you know, when someone just slams the keyboard. Like, just could not read it for the life of me. Did I get a Dragon Ball? I made such accusations. I did not. Oh well. I know, I love it. Very Han Solo-esque. Absolute fucking classic. I love you, I know. Ugh. Gotta love the Han Solo level dialogue. You honestly forgot about Potential Unleashed? Whatchamacallit? I know it's decent for, I want to say, humans and, Namekians and Majins. Well, that's a lot of things. That's probably wrong, but I want to say one of those is right. Like, at the very least, I'm pretty sure it's one of the better things to use for humans. And then I think it's better than the Kid Buu, the Kid Buu form for Majins. Because, like, the Kid Majin form, I'm pretty sure it comes with its own preset. You lose your moves. If I remember right. It's been a long time since I did my Majin playthrough. But that was honestly my favorite playthrough I ever did in Xenoverse. Humans, definitely. Ooh. I'm sitting here going, yes, keep comboing, and it's Frieza who's comboing me. That's okay, Roots. I didn't know who it was either. He's been getting mad cultured of late. He's been putting up a lot of stuff. I know he's been going through Naruto, so. But yeah, T was like watching a couple of things recently. I was like, what the hell are these? I was like, I don't know what this is. One of them I think was like a movie series. Bro, I just dodged you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me. Oh, I'm out of stamina. That would do it. You have 1 health, sir. You have a health. Let me shoot you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Die. Die for me. Oy. There we go. Material item. I haven't seen key item. Let's get him, Zamasu. Yes! Yes! Get him, Zamasu. Yes! Alright. So, Decade, you can definitely hold me to a viewer battle Saturday. If I don't have viewer battles on Saturday, you have every right to call me a bitch. That's going to be the goal. We're going to do viewer battles Saturday. The Mechians are the funniest to play with. Yeah, Saiyans definitely get the most love. You always see CSC Saiyans. I mean, hey, my main CSC is a Saiyan. It's just they get so much DLC and whatnot. It's just easy mode. You're just playing on easy mode with Saiyans. So the Namekians are cool though. I was playing with one of the viewers, Wyoni, the other day. He was helping me out with some parallel quests, and he was using one of his Namekians, and it was so cool to see the giant Namekian in game because I've never played a Namekian playthrough. Like, I don't have a Namekian, so that was cool to see. I should play a Namekian playthrough. That'd be fun. Alright. Oh, what time is it? Oh, word.
Almost 9. Still no data mines that I can see.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of surprising that we still haven't seen anything. Although I guess with daylight savings, maybe a little off. Did you hear no more daylight savings after 2023?
I heard about that. It's awesome.
It was a very interesting.
They should have did away with this when we finally got electricity.
I mean, look, I appreciate the extra daylight because it's like when you leave work and whatnot, like it sucks to leave in pitch black. So I definitely have appreciated the extra sunlight. It's gonna suck for like after school programs and whatnot. Like it'll be harder to go outside, but it's whatever. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
My battery's low. You mean to tell me I'm not plugged in? This is news.
Shit, I'm at 31% myself.
Yeah, Frieza, that's fine. Beat my ass. That's fine. I gotta get this laptop on a charger. Few hours? Nah, I feel like it's sooner than that, Roots. I feel like they're usually pretty, like 9:30, 10 EST, usually. So kind of still feels kind of late. But... Wait. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, Frieza? Shut up. Oh, we looped the playlist. Love looping this playlist. I gotta make a new Dokkan playlist though. There's just been so many good themes that dropped this year. Did you? Yo, you're freaking goated. You are such a goated bot. I've never had a bot break stam for me on an ult. That was amazing. I've never had that happen before. Oh. Yeah, we've gotten way too many good Dokkan songs to just keep the ones that I've been using for the last 6-8 months.
Yeah, I've got a whole playlist, an entire like DJ set of OSTs for Dokkan that I play for my videos. I just keep recycling different ones.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones. It just fuck it. You just keep using them over and over.
I have whatchamacallit, I have two different things that I use because in so I use Wondershare to edit my videos. I don't know what software you use to edit, but in Wondershare itself, I have like.
Shot.
Oh yeah, okay, word. But in Wondershare itself, I have about like 15 or 20 of them just kind of stored in like a folder, and then for the streams, it's literally just like an hour and 15-minute long video playlist that somebody made. I think in like Dokkan Assets made it, and it's just like an hour and 15 minutes of like I think the 2020 OSTs.
That might be the one I'm using. That
might be
the one I'm using, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely gotta update though.
Actually, let me check my file right now and see what it's called. I think that's exactly what it is.
No, yeah, game's definitely not going to be ready for usual reset time. Yeah, probably early morning EST, Central early morning.
All
yeah.
20, oh, okay. So I have all 2021 Dokkan Battle OST full compilation.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's like an hour and 15 minutes or so.
Let's see. I think it might be the same one. Ultimate
Eventually get a 2020.
Ultimate Dokkan mashup August 2020. So no.
Oh, okay. So mine's a little bit newer then.
Yeah. Getting the Mario Kart 8
But yeah,
DLC.
those-
I actually don't have Mario Kart 8 at all, so honestly, maybe I should invest in Mario Kart 8 with the DLC. That's probably not a bad idea. That could be a fun thing to do on stream. Do some don't drink and drive Mario Kart.
Man, people have been waiting for years for Mario Kart 9.
Honestly, I was kind of shocked when they said more DLC.
Yeah, I was.
I was like, it really? Like, if you're gonna put out DLC, like, just because I think they said they were putting out more tracks too. It's like, at that point,
Yeah.
just drop a whole freaking new game. You know?
Yeah, I would say if you're gonna add like more than like 2 or 3 tracks, just go ahead and make a new game.
Yep. Like, even just adding one course feels like, really? Why? Like, you're surprised I don't have it at all? It's funny. I don't really have a lot of friends who have a Switch, so, or I didn't, at least. You know, it feels like of recent I've met a lot more people that have Switches and whatnot through YouTube and everything like that. So for a while, like, I was my only friend with a Switch, so like Mario Kart wasn't on my radar. Just wasn't on my list. Like, I was more concerned with playing Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, stuff like that. And I've always been an anime gamer at the end of the day too, which Switch has a very good market for anime games. That's
What's up,
something.
Super Vegito?
That's something they've always been good at. Hey, how's it going, Vegito? Yeah, it has been a while. It's good to see you, dude.
Yeah, Roots, I do agree. They should give all the Ultra units their own OSTs, just like Dokkan.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I think Goresh was talking about that. Just there's nothing that feels Ultra about them right now, you know?
Yeah, they're just kind of like, oh, cool, they're good units.
Yeah, and like they have an intro, like, okay. Like, it's very weird. It really is. And like the intros have just felt kind of subpar, honestly. Like, Ultra Gogeta's is nice just because it's the fusion dance, but like even Goku's felt like it should have been better. You know, like I've wanted that moment for a while in game, and just how we got it was kind of like, eh. So, been a bit busy with your own issues? No worries, no worries. We all got our own issues in life. Everybody's got shit to deal with, so. Can't make it out to every stream and whatnot. I feel very guilty of late. I feel like I've barely made it out to Bats' streams of late. I haven't been able to watch like Stacy or Billy's streams and stuff like that. Like, I've been missing a lot of people's streams who I like want to watch, you know. I've even been having trouble watching people's videos in general. Like, you know, like I just feel like I'm falling behind on people's content. So I get it.
Yeah, I just watched the first stream for Billy yesterday that I've watched in like, I don't know, shit, like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
like I've been the same boat for me, man.
Yep. I mean, he's also been away too because of his Wi-Fi stuff, but still. Oh, that's not the block button. Okie dokie. Oh, I love getting jumped. I love getting jumped. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. It always feels like this time of year is just like very busy for me. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. And then once the anniversary comes around, that's like my good time, you know? That's like, all right, we got some free time, there's good content to be made and whatnot. You got UR Hawks off the ABL banner?
That should be exciting.
Yeah, no, he is not great. He is not great at all. Their BS is Ultra. But yeah, oh my goodness, the blue Hawks is he's not great at all. The best thing about the UR Hawks is that if you get him to, I think it's table 7, his skills cool down in 3 turns. So he's got really, really fast cooldowns, but it's like you don't want to put the resources into a character that's A, so fragile, and B, so dependent on like being boosted by another character. Like he's just not worth it in my opinion. But you're right, it's good for when you need a blue. Like I was definitely lacking a blue, and he was the first blue that I got. So he's not too bad. I will say though, if the one SR blue that I love is the SR Mina, she is amazing because she's got evasion, she's got a barrier, and then she's got taunt, which is really, really nice. So she's cool. I wish Legends had some more like effects other than like the toxic ones like paralysis and faint. You know,
paralyzed.
Because like that's been, I think, what I've had the most fun with Ultra Impact is like seeing all the different things that you can do to characters. Like they have something called Fear, where like if you inflict fear, your opponent like won't be able to use their skills for a turn and stuff like that. And I get that that's something that you can really only implement in a turn-based game, but like to get some more like status effects would be cool to see. So. The free-to-play SR Ida? Yeah, the free SR Ida's he's not great. Yeah, like you're totally fine with him to use him. Yeah, if you need a blue, like desperately needed a blue, he's not bad at all. He's just like he's someone that it's like if you can get somebody else that's better, then by all means, you know, hold on to your resources a little bit. Like don't go nuts with your resources. I got him to table 3. And even though everybody likes to shit on me in my showcase for getting him to table 3, it's a pretty good spot for him. He's not getting those fast cooldowns, but like stats wise, he'll do the job for if you need a blue. I also just pulled the new Shigaraki, which is nice. The new blue one. He's fun. He's going to be nice. He's going to age well as we get more villain characters. He'll age very well. Dirty, are you a My Hero fan? Have you watched My Hero at all?
I've watched the first season, and it's all right. It's not like one of my favorite animes.
Yeah. It's funny. When the first season came out, I wasn't into it. It wasn't my thing. Didn't like it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go back to it. Not my thing. Wasn't planning on watching season 2. And then one of my buddies said to me, watch season 2. He's like, there's a tournament arc. You'll really enjoy the tournament arc. I think it'll change your opinion on it. And I ended up going back. I watched it. I really ended up enjoying the tournament arc. And ever since, it's been one of my all-time favorites. I was one of the few series I left as an anime only for a while. But then there was some really good stuff happening in the manga, and I caved. But I can definitely understand like those early few chapters and episodes. They're rough. They're definitely rough. Especially if you're somebody who grew up with comic books and whatnot, because Horikoshi, as heavily inspired as he is by all the Western comics, you can tell that he was loosely inspired. You know. Mm-hmm. So yeah. It's like there's definitely the influence is definitely there, but it's a bit more made out than it actually is.
I think my biggest gripe with it is I just don't find Deku interesting as a character.
Sure, I could see that too. There are a lot of people that find him to be a bit of a crybaby and whatnot. I think for me, what I enjoyed about him a lot was, and it's not so much prevalent in the earlier stuff, but once he starts actually using his quirk and just putting his body on the line, like he's legitimately like just sacrificing his own safety just to be a hero, and like that to me was really neat. I really enjoyed that. But it takes a little bit to get there. It takes a little bit for him to get to that little point of masochism and whatnot. So. But I can understand not liking him as a character. I can absolutely get that. Wonder why Freezer Race didn't fifth form or get a fifth form or full power. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they didn't get something like Cooler, or like whatchamacallit, or like full power Frieza. That would have definitely been interesting. Yeah, Roots, you were into it the moment you started. It's nice when you can get into something the moment you start it. Like for me, Dr. Stone sold me immediately. Like the minute one, I was sold on Dr. Stone. It was so unique, and I love the fact that like there is a lot of legitimate science behind it and whatnot. Like it's not just out of their ass, you know. So
yeah, there's a lot of research that has to go into that show. Like,
yep,
for real.
Whatchamacallit? I think it was what's her name?
Well done.
The chick from Mythbusters, Carrie, or was Carrie one of the guys? Crap, I can't remember. I think it was Carrie, but the woman from Mythbusters, she watched like the first season, and they did like a YouTube video of it, and it was like kind of like her like going along and being like, oh yeah, no, like you could actually do this in science, like that's a real thing and whatnot, and like that was really cool to see. Kind of like her going through all the different experiments they did, and like confirming
verifying that stuff actually works.
Yep,
yeah, it's actually true.
Yep, like when they did the whole the toxic lake lady and whatnot, like, and everything, or when they were talking about what was it? What was the one she said she had actually? Yep, there was one that she had actually ended up doing herself using the sodium hydrochloride. It was like oh god, what was it? I don't remember what they ended up making with it, but I remember it was like they put it in a pipe, and then they were like twisting the pipe and blowing into it at the same time. It was like a very similar process to glass blowing. But she was like, yeah, no, I've done this like in real life. So then there was like a clip from Mythbusters of her actually doing it. So it's pretty cool to actually see them do that stuff.
Yeah, it was a very good show from start to finish. I mean, it's still going. It's really good.
Yep.
I can't wait for the next season.
The manga actually just ended.
Oh boy.
They just finished.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away. I don't want to be spoiled. I didn't want to be spoiled for that one because I like the actual anime.
Yep, it's the only series that I have left that's anime only for me. Everything else is like I've gotten spoiled at some point, and it's like as soon as I get spoiled, I'm like, all right, time for the manga. Hey, yep. E, what's up, buddy?
That's pretty much what it is.
Sakamoto stole my heart from minute one. You're not wrong, E. You're not wrong. You were physically present when that happened, so you know that for a fact.
Let's see, who else? Trying to think what other series that I've been watching lately.
Have I seen JoJo's?
Right, I'm watching Code Geass because my son told me.
Oh yeah,
I should watch it. I'll like it.
Code Geass is dope.
I've never seen it before.
Code Geass is definitely dope.
Yeah. Look, I think I'm like 8 episodes in. It's pretty good so far.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's a fun one. Yeah, I've seen JoJo's. I've watched JoJo's through part 3. I've only watched through part 3. Wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, if I'm being honest.
I'm almost done with. Yeah, I'm almost done with Stone Ocean.
Oh yeah, that's the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I once they introduced stands, it was like, all right, this is like kind of interesting, but like it was, I don't know, it was a little too much for me, a little too over the top.
Dude, Giorno's is freaking OP.
You know, it's funny. I really want to watch Giorno's because I love his theme.
Yeah, he's got a great. I actually enjoyed the entire arc, bro, because it's like the art on the intro is fire. The theme songs are all sick. The actual like story is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's all good.
Part 9 is that what they're up to in the manga decade? They're gonna be on part 9 soon. That's pretty crazy. Because what isn't Stone Ocean's 6 or 7?
Should be 6, right?
6. That's pretty solid. Yeah, because oh god, It's Stardust Crusaders is 3, Diamonds is Unbreakable is 4, and then Golden Wing is 5, or did I get those mixed up?
That sounded right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should
really
watch Golden Wing.
That was dope. It was so good. that was actually my favorite one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the symbolism in Code Geass is definitely great. Decade. They do a great job of it. They do a fun little political commentary, for lack of a better term. I don't want to say political commentary because it's not what it is, but it's like they do like a nice little commentary on like totalitarianism and all that. So
yeah, and propaganda.
Yep.
Like I like that stuff. That's always been interesting to me, like political stuff like that. I hate politics themselves, but like the intrigue and stuff around it is pretty cool. Like as a story, I mean, not like in real life. Like I said, I hate real life politics are garbage.
I get you 100%. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter anymore. Like who it's coming from. They all just make me want to pull my hair out of my head. Like,
oh, I agree, 100%.
Like, and the one thing I talk about with my boss all the time, it's one of those things of like, anytime I think about like, well, you know, it could be worse or it could be better somewhere else. It's like, well, where is it better? You know, like, it's just kind of like we're all just kind of fending for ourselves at this point, you know? No. Like I don't think there's anywhere better, but that doesn't make our situation any better.
I mean, there might be pockets that are better, but I don't think overall.
Yeah.
It's all kind of trash.
Yep. Everybody's got their problems. Everybody's got their freaking problems.
What is it? I think like Switzerland might be okay. Like,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Switzerland. You know, send me to Amsterdam.
There's only like a couple of places.
Send me to Amsterdam. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah. Amsterdam's lawless enough for me. I can work with that. Give me a hooker. Give me a legal hooker and some heroin.
I don't know about that second part, but I'm not a fan of needles, so that's not gonna work.
Neither am I. The one, you know, it's funny. The one thing I've always said is I love my weed. Don't get me wrong, but as soon as the doctor tells me I have 6 months to live, I'm trying everything else. Like that. That's it.
Why not?
Like, because I don't want to sit there for 6 months waiting the clock out. Like, I'm gonna have a party. Like, let's have a great time and shorten that shit to 2 weeks. Like,
I think at the very end, I would just be on a perpetual DMT trip. Just, why not?
DMT is definitely a leap I have always been afraid to make.
Yeah.
So
I'm not afraid to make it. I mean, I've tried all kinds of stuff in my younger days.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big E head. I did a lot of E raves and stuff. Yeah, I've tried opium. I've tried acid, peyote.
Acid was fun. Shrooms, acid and shrooms were definitely a lot of fun back in college.
Yeah, I like the shrooms. It was a lot more of a body high for me, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily the strong psychedelic effect.
I don't think I ever had any hallucinations on shrooms. You're right. It was definitely more of a body high. All my crazy hallucinations were on my acid trips. And even at that, I don't think I ever got any like true like
pretty crazy.
Yeah, like I don't think I ever saw like I never like saw a fucking dragon or anything like that. But like I remember there was one time I legitimately thought I was an airbender because like I thought I could like see like the motion in the wind and everything like that. Like I could see it like in a cartoon, you know. So
the first time I tried the acid. I only did it twice. The first time was with my cousin and both of my cousins are older than me, but the younger of the two, his room was down in the basement. He had a basement room.
Yeah.
And he was really artistic, he painted his walls all black, and then using fluorescent paint, he did an entire like galaxy mosaic
word.
on the walls and ceiling.
That's cool as
So
hell.
like his whole room, when you turn black lights on, like his whole room looked like you were floating in the middle of a universe. And
That's dope.
Shit, when I tripped on acid, he had shelves that had different colors of lava lamps lined up on it.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching that when it started kicking in. I was just looking at the different ones, and the shapes like drop down towards the bottom of the lamp.
Yep.
I was watching that happen, and the entire structure did the same thing, like in my perspective.
That's
it was
awesome.
So weird. It was like it was melting. It was like they were melting into the shelf. So that was just like the first part of the trip, and then there was a bunch of other shit. But like, yeah, it got crazy. That's
definitely fun and cool. There was this one time me and my roommate, we had picked up we used to have spring fling every year for college. It was just like, just like a stupid weekend. They got like a performing act and whatnot, and it was pretty much just the one weekend you were allowed to just walk around and do whatever, drink whatever, wherever, and whatnot. And so I remember we picked up a few tabs for the weekend and everything, and we were sitting there that Thursday night, and we were just like, we should give them a test just to make sure it's a good batch and everything, just to know what we're getting into. Maybe take one or two on Saturday, determine how much we're going to take the next day. So we ended up taking a couple when we decided we were going to watch Akira, because we were just like, we'll just chill for a little bit, watch something, wait for it to kick in. And my goodness gracious.
Let me stop you real quick. One of the first times I did E was when we were watching Akira.
Oh, yeah?
I had never seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was a trip, bro.
Yep.
That movie is amazing. Like, it's a masterpiece.
Yep. And I remember the thing that was great about it was when we were done watching the movie. So you know how like you got all those vibrant 90s colors and everything like that in Akira and whatnot? Mm-hmm. The street lamps around campus were like glowing as if they were in the movie. Like they just like those colors like just stayed in my eyes. Like they just didn't leave. So like everything else in the world,
like a bunch of light trails and stuff from the motorcycles and all that. Yeah.
Yep. So like all the colors from the movie just like blended in with like things in the actual world, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah. What we used to do a lot of times is when we were dropping if we weren't going to like a rave, we were just chilling out at my buddy's house because his mom was a flight attendant, so she'd be gone for like a month sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And he'd just be home alone.
Mm-hmm.
So we just chill at his place because it was easy. Like none of us, we all live with our parents. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Like it was like, well, we can't really do it at my house. My parents just live.
Yep.
So yeah, we did it. We would go over to his house because he would have the schedule for the entire month ahead of time, and we would set our own days off because we both worked at the same place to be correlating with that. So we'd have just the house to ourselves. We just chill out, safe environment, droppy. But we would put on anime and stuff, and then we would turn the volume off. And then we would put on like trance or drum and bass, like not too loud, but loud enough where it was like an AMV, like going full, like the whole time we were tripping.
Yep.
So some of that stuff was amazing because like the drum and bass specifically, I remember one time we were watching the Frieza battle with Goku on Namek, and they were at a standoff, and like as soon as the standoff happened, one of the songs started on its build-up, and it matched up perfectly. Like when the bass dropped is when they first started attacking each other, and then like it lined up perfectly as if they were battling from there. Oh,
that's cool. That's definitely cool.
Yeah, but like the fight music worked exactly on beat with what was going on in the anime.
Oh, you gotta love it. Yeah, Decade, you've been making some good comments, bud. Yeah, Akira's definitely great, and I would totally rob a bank in Amsterdam if we're just getting fully lawless. I might as well. Might as well. Whatchamacallit? What was it? I think who is it that punched one of his fans over in Amsterdam? Ezra Miller, right? The guy who's Flash.
That guy. That guy's a weirdo, bro.
You know, the funny thing is, I used to really like him because I love Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's one of my favorite books. And then I really liked what they did with the movie. And so I used to really like him, and then I found out about that, and I was like, okay, are you okay in the head? Like, what? Because, like, the video, too, it's just like...
He's okay as an actor. He's an okay actor, for sure, but, like, in real life, the dude is just weird.
Yeah, because it's like
eccentric, like to the maximum.
Yep. Like you watch the video and he's like, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" And then he just like punches her in the face, and it's like, dude, what? Like, it's just like I don't care who you are. Like, why are you just going up to people and just punching them in the face, like being like, "Do you know who I am?" Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
Like what? Like.
Yeah, that's one of my lifelong aspirations, just to walk up to some rando on the street and just like, "You know who I am?" and then clock them.
Yeah, like
it's just, what the fuck?
Have I seen or read Baki? I have watched Baki. Yes, Baki's freaking dope. I didn't watch that new one though. The new one that they did on Netflix. I did not watch that.
Is it something Ashura is the one my son and myself just started watching. We just watched the first episode yesterday. Kurin Ashiga or something like that. It's a Netflix exclusive anime.
I haven't heard it. I gotta look into it.
It's a fighting anime.
Oh yeah. Huh. It's nice when you get some nice like martial arts. Kangen Ashura. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Kangen Ashura. Really good. I'm kind of excited to start watching the next episodes with him.
I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. It sounds interesting.
It's kind of like a Baki type show, yeah. For sure.
Baki's always fun because I love being able to get that like true fighting, you know, like because the fight choreography in Baki is just next level.
Yeah, but it's not just the fight choreography. It's like the internal monologue as they're fighting too. Like you like, oh, they realize certain things and like weaknesses and stuff like as they're fighting.
Did I know you didn't walk your dog today and clocks them? Clocks them? Clocks what? Huh? I'm not sure how I would know you didn't walk your dog today, Decade, but no, I did not know that. I too did not walk my dog. I was planning on it and then I got sidetracked. So, oh well. She'll be fine.
Such a bad dog father.
She'll be fine for a day. You know, the thing with her is she's originally from Tennessee. Like when we adopted her, the agency we got her from probably. And so what's interesting about her is she hates the cold and like the snow. So like if it's snowing, she's just like no. So like for like the last couple of months, she's just been like, I don't think I'm going out today. Like I'm gonna chill here. So, but she's
literally
she's pretty. I don't want to say lazy. That's the wrong word for it. But she's pretty good about like, yeah, I don't feel like going out today. Back. Yeah, she's like she's not like being like, yo, why haven't you taken me out today? Like she's not that type of dog. Oh. I got you. You were talking about Ezra Miller. Okay. I now totally understand. Okay.
I didn't connect that we were still talking about that.
Hey. I see. Funny. I see. Oh man.
Always a treat on these streams live. So many things go wrong.
You know, chat. Trying to keep up with chat sometimes is like, I feel bad because it's like there's definitely some form of delay, and so like I'm responding to things that are like being said, but they're not seeing the response till like 30 seconds later, and then that's causing more delay and everything. Like it's just all over the place. So, all right, Vegito. Peace out. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you coming out to the stream.
Bats has returned.
What's up, Bats? How you doing, homie?
Oh, I had to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's not
We assumed.
that's not conspicuous.
Daddy. Come here.
It's like I definitely didn't have to go dispose of a dead body.
I had to go somewhere. Just casually offloading 3 kilos real quick.
Had to go do that thing with the guy in the truck.
Are you guys just fucking around still?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I've just been grinding. We've just been shooting the shit. So.
Still, that would imply that we ever stopped.
Ugh.
How you've ever completed Kakarot is beyond me.
A lot of Vita drinks. Go to an item shop before every boss battle.
Where the hell are the item shops?
When you open up your when you open up your menu, or your map rather, there will be little icons for it. They should be I believe they're red pentagons with an apple on them, if I remember right.
Okay.
But yeah, if you look for those and you buy the Vita drinks, those will be huge. Those will save your ass a great deal. Because literally, yeah, you can just spam those, and those will you can just heal up pretty much infinitely. So
I'm trying to fight Nappa and Vegeta, and I kept getting my shit kicked in.
Nappa's annoying. The other thing is, once you get past them, the difficulty goes down a ton. For whatever reason, they made Nappa, Raditz, and Vegeta like way harder to deal with than any other boss in the game.
Yeah, Raditz was annoying too.
I mean, couldn't it be mostly the fact that you don't have anything skilled up at all?
Yeah.
That early in the game?
Yeah. It definitely plays a factor. Definitely plays a factor. Because the other thing is they do a pretty good job of keeping you like on par level wise with the with the bosses and everything. So when you're encountering these bosses that are basically the same level as you and whatnot, and you haven't quite mastered the controls of the game and everything, you don't have all the items and whatnot, it definitely it's just overwhelming, like just to try and keep up with it when they can do everything frame perfect. So.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know what I'm doing when I'm clicking buttons either.
Yep. And it's also kind of weird if you're like somebody who's played Xenoverse a lot to then switch up the controls. Like I remember when I came back to Xenoverse after beating Kakarot, I was so freaking confused. I just had no idea what I was doing. Oh, what? I thought I unlocked my potential. Why can I not get my level up? What's going on here?
You suck.
I gotta go talk to the fat Namekian. You remember buying Kakarot thinking it was Xenoverse combat and was proven wrong in seconds? Yeah, it really is such a different feel from Xenoverse. It really is strange. So.
Who are you talking to, T?
No, Decade. T. I don't know what happened to T. T.
Sod.
Yeah, it is. Oh goodness, my screw up of the century. Whatchamacallit? But yeah, I don't know what's going on with T. He was here for a second and then he disappeared and then he came back and then he disappeared again. So
he just disappeared.
Yeah, he's been disappearing all over the place.
I feel like that happens a lot with T. T shows up, he talks about something for like an hour, and then he disappears, and then he comes back again, and he talks about something else for an hour, and then the cycle continues.
Better than my streams, he talks about fucking Volby testicle 5.
Yeah, I whatchamacallit, I've put a pin in the bull testicle talk.
I don't believe in censorship.
Yeah, Batzer doesn't have filters on his show.
I try not to think of it as a filter as much as I'm trying to talk about bull testicles. just wasn't on my list of conversation topics.
You don't talk about bull. I can't believe you don't talk about bull testicles. What kind of a freak are you?
I forgot. It's a usual dinner topic conversation.
It's right.
It's a first date question. So, what are your thoughts on bull testicles?
That's just the opener. It's just the opener, though.
Did you guys see
It gets worse.
See the what?
the preview?
It didn't look like it was anything else from video and stuff, but yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. I missed that.
Oh yeah, you didn't watch it?
Fuck, I was asleep.
Fair enough.
You jeering?
Am I jeering? No. I am.
No,
I'm...
And you jeering in the preview.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Are we getting a new Jiren?
I hope not.
We just got one, so I mean, be kind of silly. What are they gonna give us another EX Jiren? Like,
it's fucking Legends. Do you really think they care?
No, not at all. I mean, at this point though, what other Jirens could they put out? Like, they have now put out a Jiren for everything. Ooh, Xenoverse, chill on the netcode.
Jiren.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, he could get another LF when he what do you call it, where he collapses the Spirit Bomb.
I guess. I suppose.
Maybe.
It's just like, I feel like they're kind of forcing the LFs these days. But I mean, it makes sense because it's not like they can, just like. It's not like they can. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, I'm trying to think and play and talk at the same time. It makes sense because, like, if they just tried to do things that happen in the anime only, like they'd run out. They would have already run out by now at this point. So the fact that they've kind of expanded it to, especially to include the villains and whatnot, like hell, we might even see a Raditz LF at some point.
Raditz LF will do negative damage.
I don't know what he would do, but he might exist at some point. So
he would be. Majub does negative damage.
Majub does negative damage. I suppose. I guess I'm biased because I haven't been 14. So
I have 9 stars and I've been running yellow, green GT for the hell of it.
I wasn't impressed with him until I got him to like 10, 11 stars, if I'm being honest. So I could see 9 stars being meh.
My 4-star Goku does better than him.
In terms of damage, that makes a lot of sense. But in terms of utility, Majub is just busted.
Plus, I find it boring.
Destructo disc for an ultimate and the SB for a special. T is absolutely a respectable guy. I love T so much. She's great.
Where is T?
Maybe a UI revival. I feel like that's what this should have been. Like, the fact that this wasn't a revival is just nonsense to me. Especially because God Key needs it. Like, they desperately need a revive or an endurance or something. Like, what? Does Toshi think people are using Clapku?
I guess so.
I guess. Bro, I just saw, like, one of the funniest Twitter posts I've seen in a while. So it's the Evening Standard newspaper put out, Red Bull thieves steal 850,000 pounds worth of energy drink, like pounds as in the British pound, worth of energy drink in staggering heist in Belgium.
Okay.
This dude tweeted, I don't know how these people sleep at night. That's so funny, dude. I don't know why they had me laughing.
Oh, jeez. That's great.
What a pun. Yeah.
That's a next level dad joke. That's like one of those things of like, you say it and then there's half the people look at it and they're like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I was expecting the pun to be something off of the wings, you know, but that's even better.
On the nose to be a dad joke.
Yep.
It's got to be on the nose.
I miss Red Bull. Ever since my hospital stay, I haven't been able to drink caffeine, so I have not had Red Bull in a few months.
It's great. Red Bull's great.
I do loves me my Red Bull. Was
Rockstar.
Was never a Monster or a Rockstar guy. I was just about to say.
Monster, when they had Monster Chaos, which was like a mandarin orange flavor, was so good. I love those. Those motherfuckers were good. Regular Rockstar kind of tastes like blue sweet tarts, and I like that too.
It's an interesting comparison. The one thing I remember was I had this crush on this girl in high school, and she was the one who recommended I try Red Bull, and I was like, why? What does it taste like? And she was like, well, I can't really describe what it tastes like, but I can tell you that when you burp, it's gonna feel like you burped a rainbow. And that was the description that made me want to try Red Bull. So
that's interesting. It's an interesting way of putting it.
Yep. So I was 14, I was horny, and I was like, you know what? That sounds like a reasonable thing that I would do for a girl, so I'll do it.
I can't drink caffeine either. Don't worry, you're not in the same. We're in the same boat.
Yeah. It's not a fun time.
Especially, I was
caffeine.
drinking like 2-3 rock stars.
Oh yeah, you were one of those sluggers. You just chug them back.
To go to water.
Oh yeah. I don't think I ever had more than like one energy drink in a day.
I was definitely bad with them back. Honestly, high school was my worst point at them. Cause I was doing.
That was my worst.
When you worked where?
I will.
But when I was in high school, I was in the theater program, and I was there pretty much every day from until like 9 o'clock at night. So I was at school like most of the day, like 7 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. So like I was going through like a case of the 8.4 ounce Red Bulls a day. Like I was going through 4 of those a day sometimes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did that kind of with like Mountain Dew for a while, but like. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, Mountain Dew's not nearly as murderous.
Yeah, not nearly the same thing.
But
the sugar is about on par.
Oh
But,
yeah,
the content
doesn't have the rest of the crap. And honestly, caffeine style, they're pretty close too.
When I worked,
Probably. Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
I needed the energy, so I was living off 4 to 6 rock stars a day.
Oh jeez.
It's a wonder I'm not dead.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. Well, for me, the one thing that I ended up getting was my adrenal glands got screwed up. So I was legitimately taking like pills of adrenaline at one point just because they were just like my body like wasn't able to produce adrenaline on its own anymore.
Isn't it fun getting old?
Yep.
Like 3 nurses will go.
I always love telling my kids at work, they're like, I love having this food, and that food. And I'm like, I can't have that anymore. Like,
Can't eat that pizza anymore. It gives you heartburn.
I push through the pizza
guys,
heartburn. I push through the pizza heartburn.
Can't relate.
Oh yeah.
I do have the heartburn. But I eat pretty much whatever I want. See, I think the difference is I've never been like, I don't know how to put it, but like for food, I've never been like overindulgent in anything. I kind of like.
Yeah, that's definitely
just normal.
That's definitely probably what did it for you. Yeah. Because I know for me, like one of my kids actually made the comment today. He was like, "Yeah, I just found out today that if you eat really big bites, it's not good for your throat and your stomach." And I was like, "Dude, you learned that at the right age." I was like, "I wish I knew that at your age." Like,
yeah,
and
then also the slower you eat, the better, because it takes a while for your brain to stomach that for your brain to process that your stomach is full.
Yep.
It takes a little bit longer, so sometimes you overeat, not realizing that you're already full.
Yep.
and that makes your body work that much harder. The metabolism slows down, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And,
So
repeatedly doing that for years is not good for you.
Mm-hmm. I definitely know that was my main reason for it, because I was always in a rush for whatever it was, for my for whether it was the drama program or once I got to college, once it was going back from classes to work and everything. So, you know, I definitely know that was my big big mistake in life, and why I deal with all my crap now. So
My big mistake was being born.
That's all of our mistakes, isn't that the greatest sin of all? The sin of being born.
Oh, did I tell you guys I disability?
Did you tell us what?
I finally got my disability.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Just gotta wait.
Plus,
But approved.
Definitely good stuff.
they usually back pay that stuff, don't they? From whenever you submitted your application.
Yeah, I'll get a back pay,
Mhm.
but I had to pay 25%.
Mm.
Well, yeah, which that always tripped me out. They take taxes on it, even though it's disability. It's like, why?
Yeah, it's
What the fuck?
it just makes no freaking sense. But
My mom,
Like, you know, he can't make more
right,
from doing nothing, right?
yeah,
my disability, right? Tax free. My dad's on Social Security, and they tax the shit out of it. Why are
Mhm.
they taxing?
Yeah.
Already taxed.
Yeah, no, you already put the money into it, and there was already tax. That's why you have Social Security. It's like otherwise you wouldn't be eligible because you put nothing into it. Which is not entirely true, because there's people who put nothing into it and they take disability their whole life.
Yeah, there's never work.
Yeah, it's not like it's their fault. I'm not saying that. It's just that's a fact, you know. It happens.
What happened, Decade? When we put what? This is the problem with stream delay. This is the grand issue with stream delay.
I've noticed YouTube. has
Yeah,
a glitch.
YouTube's is way worse. I think it's by
Yeah.
a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you don't have context for the actual question or statement that you're making,
Yep.
we can forget completely what you're on about.
Well, it's like I forget what I was talking about 5 minutes ago half the time. So
True.
Old.
the long-term memory is fine, but the short-term memory, it's gone.
Memory's just gone for me.
Oh yeah, you just can't remember anything anymore. It's all gone.
Fuck no, it's gone.
Oh, the being born. Yeah.
Damn, Stabby's almost at 2K.
The sins of being born. Oh my goodness. Hey.
Yeah.
What is that from? There's a oh god, one of the animes, one of the new gen animes that's a really big concept. I want to say Black Clover. That's a really big thing in it.
I like Black Clover. I think it gets a lot of hate for no reason.
I like the manga, and I try not to be a manga stiffler, but it is one of the few series where it's I genuinely don't think they did the art in the manga justice. There are a lot of scenes that look significantly choppier and poorly animated as opposed to the detail that was put in by Tabata in the manga. And I think the other thing that drives me nuts is Asta's voice actor. I just can't get past him.
Yeah, well, I listened to Are you talking about the Japanese or the American?
The Japanese.
Okay, because I was gonna say because when I saw the show, it was all dubbed, so I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
know that. Maybe that's why.
I haven't heard anything about his dub
okay.
voice, so that's good. At least his dub actor's not so bad.
No, I do get that. If I had read the manga for it, I probably wouldn't be as happy about it. But it's an anime only for me.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. There's not a lot of series that I was manga first. The only two that I were Black Clover and Jujutsu Kaisen. They were the only two that I had ever like started the series before the anime came out. And so when Black Clover finally came out, I was really, really excited because I was like, okay, like this has been a lot of fun to read so far. Plus, it always kind of felt like Magic One Piece for me, and being such a big One Piece fan, it was like, all right, I can get behind this. So I was pretty excited for it to come out, and then when it dropped and we got his voice actor was just like screeching all the time and everything, I was like, if I'm gonna get a headache from the main character every week, like I'm just gonna read it and that's gonna be it. Like I try to watch the fights every now and again, but that's about it. That's all I can do. So, do you watch most stuff in dub? Are you more of a dub watcher?
I am.
It just depends.
Yeah.
Because usually I'll listen to them first, like maybe like the first episode or something like that. I'll listen to each one, both Japanese and English. It just depends because I watch a lot of stuff on Crunchyroll and I have the option.
Yeah.
So if I have the option, I'll check to see which one I like more, and then I'll switch. I'll just use that.
Sure. I mean, you're all dub.
I'm not particularly picky between the two.
You're all dubs, Bats. That's it.
Yeah, the only reason I don't like subs is because I like to be able to understand without subtitles.
That's fair. I totally understand.
Focus on the action.
Yeah, I totally understand not wanting to be able to read and whatnot. Just because I'm a bit hard of hearing myself, I tend to have subtitles on with whatever I watch, regardless of if it's in English or not. So it makes no difference to me. And for me, I just like to be able to. I can definitely notice when like the lips don't match up, like when you can tell that they tried too hard with the script to make a line match like what the lip dubbing did, or like when the lip movements don't necessarily match up because they didn't quite edit them and whatnot. So I just like to be able to hear it the way it was initially intended. You know, everything's edited to where it was originally supposed to be. So
yeah.
I think the only 3 dubs I've ever watched are DBZ. DBZ. I've watched a little bit of the Fairy Tail dub because a lot of people like it, and then a little bit of Attack on Titan. I watched some of the dub because people spoke highly of it.
I really like Fairy Tail too. I don't know why it gets a lot of hate.
Yeah, Fairy Tail does get a lot of hate. The troops in Black Clover.
Power of friendship. Like, welcome to fucking anime, a shonen anime.
The troops in Black Clover.
Friendship, like everything.
What do you mean by the troops in Black Clover, buddy? Decade. Do you mean like the Magic Knights, or like do you mean the tropes, like how trope heavy it is? It just might have been a typo. But yeah, I definitely agree with you, Dirty. Like, I don't mind the power of friendship at all whatsoever. Like, it's totally fine by me. Like, I
may use subtitles, but I still don't like hearing in Japanese.
Yeah. I don't like American accents, if I'm being honest. Like, if I'm listening to English, I like to hear like a British accent or something. Like
you poor fucking schmuck.
I don't know, American accents just especially for dramatic stuff for me. Like, if I'm watching a comedy, I want it to be in English. Like, if I'm watching something funny, I want it to be in English, because for me, English feels very, very comedic in terms of its structure and whatnot. It's not necessarily the most like elegant or like there's a bit of a roughness to it. You know, it's not necessarily the most flowy language or anything like that. You know, it's got a bit of a harshness to it, and so for me, I prefer like different genres in different languages and stuff like that. Like for like romances and stuff like that, I tend to like a European language of kind, like whether it be Italian or Spanish or French or something like that. So it all just depends on what I'm watching. I also find Japanese to be really dramatic, so I find it to be good for anime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Japanese voice acting
So-
is super dramatic, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I still
They
don't
make
like
everything sound like it's the end of the world.
Yep.
Like, oh
Well,
shit.
I also don't like the fact that... And
They're
I'm,
going out for ice cream. Oh fuck.
I'm not saying anything bad against women, but I don't like how women voice everything in
Yeah.
Japanese.
Sometimes it works. But
I
it's
think it
not
depends. I think it really does depend on the
Like,
character.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. Like, Goku, I don't like.
Yep.
Okay. Goated fucking voice actor. Just fits the character.
Yep.
Whatever. But I guess it depends on the anime, really.
You did mean the tropes? Is that what you meant? Yeah. Okay.
Of course, somebody's going to take that out of context and call me misogynistic.
All right. It's all right, bud. You'll be all right.
I'll own it.
Yeah, the tropes of Black Clover are interesting. The thing with Black Clover that I actually like a lot about the themes and whatnot is how there's a lot of basis on the Kabbalah, so which is Jewish mysticism. So having been raised in a Jewish household, that to me is pretty interesting to see. Like to see that Jewish mysticism and the Jewish mythology being interpreted into an anime, that to me is really cool to see. And seeing like the tree of life versus the tree of death and everything. So the devils are then based around the tree of death, paralleling the tree of life and whatnot, and having the whatchamacallit, I think it's the 13 devils for the 7 rings and the 4 kings of hell. I don't know, like some crazy ass numbers and stuff like that. But it's cool, you know.
Do you practice Jewishism?
Do I practice? No,
Judaism?
I am a full practicing heathen. I believe in you die and it's over. So that's where I'm at now. But I was raised Jewish, so.
Trying to debate if I want to stream these cards.
You gonna open up some cards soon?
Yeah, I got a box of Dragon Ball Super cards.
What do you mean by that decade? What do you mean by how they can be twisted? But yeah, I don't know. I think it's all circumstantial for the voice actor stuff. Like I love Masako Nozawa. I love the woman who voices Luffy and Krillin.
Yeah.
One Piece has similar themes. Yeah, One Piece does have some good themes. One Piece is whatchamacallit, very heavily influenced on Buddhism. One Piece has a lot of Buddhist backgrounds and also some Journey West, obviously, because, you know, God forbid something not be based on Journey West. Everybody's a frickin' Sun Wukong MC. Or
Even you.
CAC, rather.
Even you are.
Yeah. We all wouldn't be here without Sun Wukong. Dragon Ball would not exist.
You.
We all wouldn't be in this group chat talking shit to each other.
Yep. I've always wanted to get my hands on like a legitimate copy of Journey West. I only know like the basics behind it. I don't actually know the full story. I just know the whole Monkey King gets entrapped in the mountain for crimes he committed against the gods, has to redeem himself thing. And he's got the power pole. He's a monkey. He's a monkey whose stick can grow. That's what we know.
Sounds like us.
Yeah. It was based on all of us. We're all Sun Wukong CACs. Ugh.
I was watching South Park yesterday and I forgot about the evolution episode. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah.
I died. Retarded fish frogs.
I've been watching the well, let's chill with slurs on the channel. I'm definitely not trying to get shut down. Yes, I am streaming.
My bad.
But whatchamacallit? I've been watching the new season of South Park and it's been killing me. I love that Token's name is actually Tolkien. It's been Tolkien the whole time.
I love that show so fucking
That
much.
new give me twisted on the fact of how it sounds wrong out loud. Yeah, I suppose I get that. It can definitely sound weird sometimes. Yep. Okay. So it's like a full Buddhist story. He goes on that whole path of enlightenment and everything like that.
You're a whole Buddhist story.
I am not. I am not one of those.
How dare you?
As far as I'm aware,
See, that's what you don't understand, Snobby. You're not aware of your own existence.
oh yeah.
Are you saying you're not on a path of enlightenment right now?
Yeah, you know what? I suppose I am saying that. I suppose I am.
So you're telling me,
Say we all are. We
so
always
you're
are.
telling me time you and Dirty have some of the devil's lettuce, you're not on your path to enlightenment.
Well, I'm not doing that right now. That most certainly is on the path to enlightenment. But Xenoverse, I feel like that's the path to disenlightenment. I feel I'm growing dumber the longer I play Xenoverse.
Oh, that's
Darkenment.
It's Darkenment.
Yes, the grind to level 99 is a long one. I'm trying. Why is Guru's house? Oh, there we go. Guru's house got attacked again. I'm gonna do this last Guru attack and call it a stream.
How long have you been streaming for?
A little over 2 hours. Not too bad.
I might stream some Horizon.
Oh yeah.
Man, I am stupid. I just now realized that you have a running ticker on the bottom of your stream.
I do. Oh! I thought you meant I thought you said a timer at first. I was like, I have a timer. I was like, I didn't know I had a timer.
Yeah. Like showing the little, your little special message. Enjoy the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I realized it was there. It totally just passed my perception.
That's my thing. I'm like most proud of with my overlay. I love that little thing. Even though it's so easy to add, like it wasn't a difficult thing to add. It's just like I don't know. It just
I'm on to you with your subliminal messages.
I guess it feels like news propaganda.
It kind of does. All right, CNN.
Xenoverse is the holy path of sweet and hackers. Sweats and hackers. I thought it said sweets at first. So I was like, I don't know about sweets, but yeah, sweats and hackers. Yeah, yep. Sweats and hackers is 100% on the money. You know what, Nail? You handle Nappa. I'm gonna handle Vegeta. My prince, come here. Really should say my king. Like, why does he still go by the Prince of all Saiyans? That I think is the only thing that's ever bothered me about Vegeta.
Because he was never officially coronated.
Oh yeah.
Never officially coronated.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I can work with that.
His plan.
I think that since he has no court, he can't be a king.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not only that, I mean, how can the king be outplayed by another Saiyan?
Well, I don't know. The only good answer I have for you is that's why King Vegeta tried to kill Broly.
Not only that,
Right.
but still, I digress.
Whoa, Vegeta, how you hitting me with the titty grab? That you don't get the titty grab until you're Majin Vegeta. You cannot hit me with the titty grab just yet.
I think that was my favorite edit.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Bardock had fought King Vegeta at like at the pinnacle before he got exploded with the planet, he would have beat King Vegeta.
Yeah,
He was already stronger.
probably. Because they're such a classist society. I don't think they ever considered battle power and potential and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, he very easily could have been outclassed. And with all the stuff we've been getting of recent with gas and whatnot, like, oh yeah, no doubt in my mind.
Why are people freaking out if Bardock goes?
Frieza race, aka disguised Saiyan.
Why are people saying if Bardock goes Super Saiyan, they'll never watch the series again? I don't understand.
Because it does kind of. So if Bardock turns Super Saiyan in his fight against Gas, then it makes the destruction of Planet Vegeta make almost no sense.
Because he still wouldn't have been strong enough to take out Frieza.
He very well. What?
Well, he should be. But if he went Super Saiyan, he should have been able to stop Frieza from destroying the planet.
Exactly. And so.
Power level.
Well, Frieza's only in first form, and so for him he'd have to have made the jump.
Yeah, he could have deflected that easily, Super Saiyan form.
He'd have to make the jump.
No experience in it.
He would have had to make the jump all the way up to final form, just out the gate, which I don't think he would have had time to do. Bardock would have ended it no problem before then. So I honestly I kind of agree that if he does go Super Saiyan against Gas, it really is a bad retcon.
What if he just goes Super Saiyan off pissed offness?
What's that?
I think what it is, it's gonna be like a false Super Saiyan, like when he fought Lord Slug.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I don't think
that would make more sense to me.
Or he'll go Akari.
He'll go what?
Ooh, yeah,
oh yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Form.
Yeah.
He just go like buck wild.
I could definitely see that happening. Yeah.
Lose his shit. I could see Bardock losing his shit. He has a temper.
Yeah. Yep. Could definitely see them going that route, honestly.
Plot twist: he comes back and he's the one who ends Gas.
Well, I mean, he was the. Oh well. Yeah. I get what you're saying now. I was like, well, he was the one who beat Gas. But...
if they really wanted to make the series interesting, and kind of a change of pace, Goku, Vegeta, and Granola are all gonna lose their ass to Gas, and then Broly's gonna come in and just annihilate him.
See, I was saying in my predictions that I was fairly certain they were gonna go to Vampa. That's where him and Gas were headed. Or back to Beerus's planet. But I was like almost 100% sure they were headed for Vampa. And now we can see with the leaks that
I feel like that's the most logical place.
Yeah, 100%.
Wouldn't
like where else they gonna go? That'll make any sense.
That would make the most sense just for Beerus to Hakai him.
Yeah, but see, Beerus, I don't think he wouldn't get involved.
Or SSJ Bardock.
Unless Gas ended up attacking him directly, and if that's the case, then that was the plan all along, to get him to attack Beerus blindly, and then Beerus just deletes him.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be hilarious, actually.
The other thing is,
be mad at it.
The other thing is, they've teased Beerus fighting a couple of times now. Like, they've teased Beerus fighting since last arc.
He wants to fight,
and we know that he's trying to get in there to show what power he's got and what scale he's at this point, to shut down is MUI Goku stronger than Beerus comments and whatnot that float around and everything.
Yeah.
We know that there's some level of desire for him to actually do it and everything like that. The question is just, would they pull the trigger and actually do it? But the other thing is, if they go to Beerus's planet, they don't have to worry about like any casualties or anything like that. Like, they can legitimately just go buck wild, because at the end of the day, then it becomes Beerus doesn't even have to worry about getting involved for no reason. It's, hey, this dude's beating up my house. Like, fuck that. Like, let me delete him.
On on top of that, even if the planet is destroyed in their battle, Whis can just
Yeah, that too.
Whatever, redo time or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's got that option.
Mm-hmm. So definitely a lot of options. Definitely a lot of options for them to go with it. But I definitely think going to Beerus's planet or to Vampa would make the most sense. Apparently, Xeno Goku in base is 6D. What do you mean 6D? What does that mean? Six dimensional? What does that mean? Is that a power scaling thing?
Yeah, it's a power scaling thing.
So what does that mean? Does that mean like he's beyond like? Because I thought there were like threat levels. I thought like galactic threat, universal threat. I feel like I know those, but like, what does that place him?
It means that he has the power to shake the multiverse.
Oh really? Okay. Jeez, that's the scale we're putting Xeno Goku at.
His
Okay.
Super Saiyan form. That's why he's not supposed to go into Super Saiyan.
Is it? Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, learn something new every day, I guess. Alrighty. Now that we've leveled this, honestly, we actually got a few levels in this stream, which is pretty good. So I'm happy with that. But definitely going to call it a stream. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Special thanks to Bats and Dirty for chilling with me over in Discord. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.
We had a good time.
Bye.